lecture. In today's lecture, I'm going to talk about the selection statements in C. The software I'm using is called C-Line. It's one of the JetBrains software. So if we look up at C-Line for Windows or for Mac, we can just go to the download here, go to other versions, and they have different versions of the software for Mac, for Windows. After you download it, just follow the step and you can install the software. And we hit pricing, it gets for individual use, or even I think it's free for it's a free software for students and teachers. For the we go here for students and teachers, it's kind of free, and for open source project also free, so you can get the free version of the software here. Now let's get started. So after we install the C-Line, we can just open it up. It will show up something like this. We can create a new project here. This is our recent project window here. So if we create a new project, we can select the C++, C, and also for other programming language here. Since we're learning C program here, I'm going to select the C executable. And this is the parse for the software. I'm going to select the parse. I'm leaving it as download here and say it's a C programming. And we can also change the language standard. We have different standards here, like C11, C17, C23. I'm gonna leave it at default. Now let's create a new project. And after we hit create new project, we hear this is kind of the help window, the tip of the day here. So I just close that. So this is basically the main C file here. It's like the first lecture we talk about the whole structure of the C file. So this is the main function, and we have different statements in the function block here. So today we're going to talk about the selection structure. So we have three different selection statements, like if only have if and if else. We also have switch case. So we're gonna go through each one by using different functions. So in the main function, we can use if here. I say it's we want to check condition. I say if we get int number, I say number 1 equals 10. Now we want to check if this number is equal to 10 or not. If it equals 10, we can print out the number is 10. If not, so we want to check if it is 10, print true. If not, so for this one, we're only going to do the if. So we only leave one statement here. So if this is followed by the condition if number 1 equals 10. And curly bracket here. So if it equals 10, we can print f the number is 10, print f. So we just print true, TRUE here. So this is just one if statement here. So if followed by the condition. Then after that is when the condition matches, it will go to this block if the condition is true. it will run this code. If it's not true, it just kept going, then it will print. So this is the end. If it's true, it will print out the true, then end. If it's not true, it will just print out the end without printing out the true. So after that, we return 0 here. Now let's run the code. So it is true without with the end here. Let's say if we change the number here, so I change it to 11. So right now it's not equal to 10. It will just print out the end. So it just print out the end without printing the true because it's not true. And let's look at the other one. Let's change this to something else, func1. So this is one function here. We can just block it, and we create another main function here. So it will be, let's define another variable here. Let's say num2 equal to 10. And if we want to check if the number is 10 or not, if it's 10, if the number is 10, print true. If it's not 10, print false. So now we have two statements. If it's true, print something. If it's not true, we do something else. So we check the condition first. If num2 equals 10. So if we only have one equal sign, that's assignment. If we have two equal signs, let's check if it is equal. So double equal will check if it is equal. And one equal sign is just assignment. It will assign value to the left side. So if it's 10, we print true here. And else so when we do else, it basically did not match the, it doesn't match the condition here. It's equal to 10. We print false. So we can just hit tab key here. So if it's not true, it will be false. That's right. And after that, we can print out the end. So the first time the num equal to 10, so it will print out the true and end. So it's equal to 10, so it's print out true and end. Then change the number to something else, let's say 11. Now it will pick this one else, so it will print out false and the end. So the false and the end. So this is how we use if statement and if else statement. Now let's look at I change this to func2. So now let's talk about switch case. So let's create another main function here. So in the main, we want to do the, so we define another variable called grid, and we want to get the grid from the user. So please enter the grid, and here, so we read the grid from the user. After that, we can check the grid. So let's do switch grid. So we want to do case So the grid, let's say it's 50. 50 is kind of the first statement. So we can do, if it's 50, we can print f plus. And after that, we do break. So switch case and break. So every time we have a case, we will have a break if it's only check one condition. If we had check multiple conditions here, let's say we have case 60 and we have case 70, they both true. So we can do so we want to printf so score is 60. And then we can do break here. And same thing, we can check the rest, like 70, 80, 90. So let's change that to 70. So that will print out 70 here. Okay, now let's just check these three. So switch case, break is just kind of end the switch. So for break, it will end the current block, go to the end. Okay, so it will go directly here. So this is the end. Then after that, we can print out the end and return 0. So now let's run it and see what happens. So run it and enter the grid, let's say 50 this time. So 50 is pass, it will print out the pass without doing the rest. Let's run it again. Let's do 60 this time. 60 score is 60, and same thing for 70. Score is 70, and then go to the end. What if we want to have multiple conditions? Let's say case 80. And case 90, they both. Let's do printf 80 and 90 here. Let's do OR here. And we have break. Now let's run it again. This time we give it an 80. So it print out the statement here. If we give it a 90, it's still true for that statement. So if we have multiple conditions match this statement, we can just put everything together, group them, just case 80, case 90. So we can also do this by using if-else statements. So if you want to do this in the if-else statements here, I just do it here. So change the switch case statements to if-else statements. And for the case statement, we can put a default condition there. If nothing matches on the top, we can put default. So print out error here, then put a break. So if nothing matches on the top, it will run the default. So let's change the switch case to the if-else statement. So based on the input, we will have if. So grid, we want to check the grid is equal to 50. That's the first one. Then after that, we want to print out true. We want to change that to scores 50. And we do else. So we want to check the condition again. If grade is 60, we want to print out the grade 60 here. And we have more, so we do else if the grade is 70, we print out the 70. And if we do one more, else if it's 80 or, so when we do or, it will be 2 straight lines. So that's for 90, we will print out either it's 90 or. Print out the 80 or 90 here. So this is how we change the switch case statement to the if else. Usually for the switch case, we know all the conditions already, but here for the if else, we can use it to check. Sometimes we don't know exactly how many conditions we have, so we can use if else. Now let's check it. So if we enter the grade 50 here, so it will print out pass on the top, and also goes the if statement, it will print out the score as 50. If we run it again, let's put 60 this time. So it's 60, and it's also run to the else statement here. So this is basically the selection structure for the C programming. We have if else if, we also have a switch case. Now let's talk about the pre-increment and the post-increment. So let me change this to func3. So func means a function, so this is our function 3. Now let's create another main function here. So we want to talk about the, let's say I have one variable here, so assign value to it, a equal to 10. We want to talk about the post, so pre-increment and post-increment. So what if we have a plus plus? Let's print out a, see what the number is. And we can also, let's print out a first. So we can print out a first. So here we'll have a equal to 10. And after we do a plus plus, we will have a equal to 11. Now let's run, so we'll have 10 and 11. So for a plus plus, it will do the addition after we use a. What if we have, sometimes we could have, so let's copy these. Let's change the plus plus, a plus plus to plus plus a. So the result should be the same, still 10 and 11. So we have 11, 12. Now let's reset a to 10 again here. So it's still 10 and 11, there's no difference if we not use a here, because it either do it at one before or at one after. Doesn't make any difference here, but sometimes we could have a plus plus here. What will we get? Okay, let's change that to the first one, a plus plus here. Now let's print out the result. So we have 10 here. We do a plus plus, we'll add 1 to a. We add another 1 to a. So a equal to 12 here. So that's 12 here. And we reset a to 10. So what if we do plus plus a here? Let's put a separate line here. Now we know the difference. So we do plus plus a here. Let's see the result. So here we have 11. So basically you will do the addition first for us. So a equal to 11, you print out 11. So you do the addition first, then print out the result. We do another addition, that will change that to 12. There's no difference for that because we use a after we in the separate statement. But here that's different. So here a plus plus, you will use a first. Then add 1. But here it will add 1 first, then use a value. So that's the difference between the pre-increment and the post-increment. Same thing for the minus sign. So we could also have a minus minus or minus minus a. That's kind of the same thing. So here we'll use a first, then do the subtraction. Here we'll do subtraction 1 first, then use a. And we can also talk about the math operation in C. So since it's a programming language, we can use it to do the calculation. So the math in C, we could have plus, minus, divided by, and multiplication. We could also have brackets to group the operation first. So let's say if we have something, let's define 2 variables. It's a, let's do C equals 10, and in D equals 12. So let's print out the result for addition, subtraction. So let's do here, we can do C plus D, and let's just copy this. We can change it to minus here. We change this to divided by. This is multiplication. And we also have the percentage. So that's a percentage D. Percentage means the remainder. So it will print out the result for C plus D, C minus D divided by multiplication, and the percentage D. So let's comment out these guys here. So we have C and D here. Let's print out the result here. So C plus C, C minus D divided by D. Since it's a integer division, the result will be only in integer. And this is multiplication, this is remainder. 12 divided by 10 divided by 12, and then get the remainder. That will be, the quotient is 0, and the remainder is 12. Oh, 10, sorry. And let's also talk about the assignment operator. So we could have minus equal, plus equal, and divide by equal, multiplication equal. Could also have percentage equal. So these basically it's kind of we do the operation first, then assign the value to the variable again. So let's look at example a equal. So minus equal 2, so we don't have a, so it's a c minus equal. Let's say 2. So this line is kind of a c equal to c minus 2. As these are the same thing, so minus equal means c equal to c minus 2. And same thing for the rest, it will be c plus c equal to c plus 2, c equal to c multiplication or division. So if we do plus, that will be c plus 2. So plus equal, division equal, and the multiplication equal, percentage equal. Let's just kind of simplify this variant, but they mean the same thing. And like we do the math, if we want to change the operation order or precedence, so let's say if I had d equal to a plus c plus 1 minus 10 divided by 5, we can put bracket here, so plus 2. So if we want to change the operation order, we can use the bracket here. So these are the numbers operation. Sometimes we also need to read the character. How do we read the character? So let's say we want enter character here. Let's define the character being the variable is char. So let's do char. We give it a name, character 1 equal. So let's just do this for now. Now we ask a user to enter character %c. Now this is a printed out. So that reminds the user to enter the character. So this is ask the user to enter the character. So we want to enter the character. And now we get the input. We use scanf to %c. So since it's character, so it's a %c, and it use the unsigned to get the address. Now after that, we can print out the character there. Let's comment out these. So let's enter character. Let's say a. So it'll print out a. And if we run it again, we change it to uppercase D. So it'll print out D. So this is how we read the character. Or we can also use get char. So let's comment out these. Let's say get char or get C. So we use get char here. Get char will now let's assign to C. So char1 equal to get char here. Now let's try it. So it's type A, it's A. If we use uppercase S, I'll print out S here. So this is how we get the read the character here. Because you use get char or get C. All right, this is what we're talking about in today's. This is cover everything in today's video. Thank you for watching.